You can tell by the title it's gonna be something really interesting, man. Let's just jump right into, like, you guys are gonna read this with me. So, New Orleans Saints star is hosting football camp for LGBTQ youths. This was posted April 2nd. It's just very interesting title for one before we even jump into it. Okay, let's start it off. New Orleans Saints defensive tackle Kalen Saunders is launching an LGBTQ friendly football camp this summer in his push to show that football is for everyone. Per Andrew Lang of the Saints official team website, Kalen Saunders announced at the GLAAD Media Awards that he's hosting a football combine to include youths in the LGBTQ community. He was joined by former NFL defensive end Ryan Russell, who came out as bisexual in 2019. Here's what Saunders said on the upcoming football camp. Let's see what Saunders says. These are people who feel like they have to be hidden. Although they might love the sport, they might love the NFL, they might love football in general as a sport, but they kind of shy away from it just because of orientations or all these other kind of outside things. That's my goal, to continue to spread positive energy around that, because football is for everybody. Football is for all. Okay. That's an interesting quote from him. And I don't even know this guy at all, but I guess he won, I think 2 rings with Kansas City. Okay, let's continue reading. Missouri standout defensive lineman Michael Sam was the first openly GAY player to be drafted into the NFL when the St. Louis Rams used a 7th round pick on him in 2014. Okay, there's more. In 2021, then Las Vegas Raiders defensive end / linebacker Carl Nassib became the first active NFL player to come out as gay. He also pledged $100K to the Trevor Project, a non-profit organization that aims to prevent suicide for youth in the LGBT community. Any more? The NFL, this is also what he said. Kalen Saunders. The NFL is very male-dominant and heterosexual-dominant, and it feels as though there's not really a space for the LGBTQ community. Saunders says, once again, football is for all. Oh, man. That's very interesting, man. That's a very interesting take on this guy. I don't really know the thing behind it, what's the agenda behind it, but I think of some sort there is some sort of agenda, because as a grown man, I think that's kind of inappropriate for him to be hosting something that has to do with young LGBTQ football players or whoever wants to participate in this, even if they're not a football player. I feel like they can still just go there and it'd be some weird wickedness going on by this individual, because he's clearly out of his mind, man. He's clearly out of, out of reality. Football obviously is very male dominant, but you making your own rules up, your own camps that have to do with this, talking about football is for all. That's true, but that's not to a point where I feel like there's more wickedness behind his intent for this youth camp. I wouldn't be surprised if Saunders has the parents signing NDAs where, signing them up before they even participate in this camp, bro. Like, I feel like something like that can happen, just like Diddy did with his investigations, whoever he was working with. NDAs was given thrown left and right, so you can't talk about the individual or the other party when things go wrong or when things go, not your way. You can't go out in court against them legally and do that and talk about it and talk about really what happened. That's why they make you sign NDAs before. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has the parents sign NDAs of the youth LGBTQ people, man. It's just kind of crazy. I seen that and I was just like, man, that stood out, because that just sounds like a wicked agenda, man. I just see the agendas behind stuff. I see like the, what's the reasoning behind it. That's not of God at all, but it's not of like reality. I can't see that happening from some some football star trying to participate with younger kids in a LGBTQ in any sense. That just sounds kind of like off. But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Obviously, I don't agree with it. You guys let me know if you think that I'm reaching or what. But other than that, I just don't agree. I think it's inappropriate, man. So